Hello everyone, welcome back to Journey with Shar. On this lovely Sunday evening, I come to you. I'm so excited because today we're going to make an eggnog pound cake, okay? I've never tried an eggnog pound cake, making one. And I think I tried one time and it was really good. So I'm going to give this as a gift. And you all, let's get started, see how it all comes together. We have 3 cups of cake flour here. I'm using the Soft and Silk. We have 5 eggs, we have nutmeg and cinnamon, we have the 3 sticks of butter, 3 cups of sugar, we have the vanilla extract, and I'm going to put a tiny bit of almond in there, and we have the eggnog. That is the star of the show. Alright, so you all, we're going to get started. I'm going to start off first. We're going to start creaming, and I'm using 3 sticks of unsalted butter. And we want all of our ingredients to be room temperature. 3 cups of sugar. I'm going to start the creaming process. Alright you all, so we're going to start this creaming process. Let this come together nice and creamy. Alright you all. And you want to always use room temperature. And you can use unsalted or salted butter. It's up to you what you want to use. I have joined this pound cake Facebook group. And y'all, I'm absolutely in love with this group. I will put the link to it down below. I am learning so much about pound cakes and just different techniques that these ladies are talking about, different times that they post. It is amazing. And this is where I got this eggnog recipe, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna let this cream once it gets to where my desired, because I'm using the sugar that I'm using is the, can you pass me the sugar so I can show them? Just like to clean as we go, y'all. The sugar that I am using is the organic cane sugar, so I want to make sure those crystals really do get dissolved with that butter, where it's not, you can't hear it, okay? So let's let this go, and I'll be with you in just a minute. Next thing we'll be adding is the eggs one at a time. Stay tuned. All right, you all, I think that butter has whipped pretty good. Let me just get a sound of it. I don't hear no sugar sounds, and that's exactly what I want. Let me bring this up. Let's get this scraped. Yep, no sugar sounds. No sugar sounds. Okay. The butter is going to help dissolve whatever little bit of crystals are in there too as well. All right, now we're going to add the eggs. 1 egg at a time, okay? Here we go. Let's get started. So that's egg number 1. Number 5. Alright, there we go. Get those nicely and well incorporated. Next thing we're going to do is add the flour mixture, and we're going to do the eggnog, 1 cup of eggnog. We're going to start with the flour and end with the flour. Alright, stay tuned. Alright you all, while that is finished spinning, I have all of my 3 cups of sifted flour, my baking powder, and my salt is already sifted in here. I'm going to go ahead on and add that nutmeg and that cinnamon to this because it's all dry. I'm going to sift that all together just like so. Ooh, it smells so good, y'all. Nice and spicy. And so we're going to start little by little. I'm going to pour 1 cup I have my 1 cup of my eggnog here, and that's Trader Joe's eggnog, and I have this flour mixer. So we're gonna start off first with the flour mixer, ending with the flour mix, okay? So we're gonna go ahead on. This is where it can get a little messy. Oh, I have a cover for that, but child, when you're in a rush, you don't have time for that. So I'm gonna add the 3 cups. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna add a little bit, and you wanna use a spout. If you can get a measuring cup or spout, a little bit of that eggnog as we rotate back and forth. All right, let me finish this up, and I'll show you when I end with the flour. Stay tuned. This is the last bit of the going in, and then we're going to end it with this flour mixer. All right, you all, last bit of the flour mixer going in. There we go. A little mess, but that's okay. Now what we want to do, we don't want this to overbeat, we just want it to be incorporated. So I'm going to stop it, do a quick little mix, and then stop it, because we don't want that to be beat too long, because yeah, you don't want a tough cake. All right, so stay tuned. Let me get this blended around the edges, and I will put it in the cake pan. All right, you all, one thing I forgot to put in is the flavoring. So let me do that real quick. You don't want to overbeat. Remember, I told y'all, do not overbeat. I'm going to go ahead on and add a tablespoon of flavor. I'm going to put this back down, and we're going to beat it really slow. Tablespoon of flavoring, just to get that in there. That's 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And we're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon. A little under a 1/2 teaspoon of almond. All right, you all. All right, there we go. And we're going to stop this mix, and we are done. So let me get this into the cake pan. All right, you all, we have our pan that's already sprayed and ready to go. We're going to go ahead on and add this to the pan. You see those beautiful cinnamon bits and the nutmeg? It is so pretty, y'all. Okay, you all, so that is the cake. It's inside, and now we're going to bake it at 325. If your oven cooks fast, cook it lower. Better to cook it longer, on a lower and longer, than for you to try to cook it fast and then it doesn't cook and it can also burn. All right, you all, so it's going in 325, 1 hour and 15 minutes. Depending on your oven, you should know how your oven works. And we're gonna wait to see what comes out, so stay tuned. Eggnog pound cake, yum, yum, yum. Before I go, another tip that I learned from the ladies, do not preheat your oven. Put this in a cold oven, then turn it on and let it cook, all right? Another tip, make sure you beat the air bubbles out. So I'm going to pound it like my grandmother did, and then I'm going to hit that bottom. Okay, can't do that holding the camera, but I'm going to pound the bottom, and I'm going to pound this in just like that. You want to release the air bubbles. All right, stay tuned. All right, you all, so my oven cooks so fast, but I think it did pretty good. It looks really pretty. So we're just hoping that the inside undermount, everything looks good. Okay, so we just took it out. It is extremely hot. We're going to let this completely cool, and then we're going to release it from the pan. In the meantime, I'm going to get the glaze ready, just so that it can be ready to go once this cools off. All right, so that is it. This is what it looks like up close. It smells absolutely amazing. All right, you all, so that is it. It's pretty. We think it's pretty. It smells so good. I'm going to let this completely, it did not burn, y'all. I was so nervous and thinking that it was going to burn because of this. So it did not burn. I put it on this rack because I didn't want to put it on a plate because I want that crust to still stay crunchy. But yeah, so I don't know if that's the spice that made it discolored like that, but child, she's not tripping. I'm just happy that this cake is done. All right, so we're going to add the glaze. I'm gonna let this completely cool off before I add the glaze. All right, so stay tuned. So I'm gonna put this on a cookie sheet under so that it can catch the glaze. Okay, y'all, we're gonna make a little bit of glaze to go on top. So I have some cream cheese here. We put some powdered sugar on top of that, and you can go by what you like. This is not an exact recipe, but it's by what you like. I don't want it too crazy sweet, y'all. Child. Just enough. Ma, can you bring me that heavy cream, that little bit of cream you have? Just make sure that sugar is really, yeah, just a tiny bit. I'm gonna tell you when to put it in. I don't have, so we're gonna put a little bit of cream or eggnog, whatever you choose. Put a tiny bit of that in there. Okay, that's enough. Alright. And that's just the cream cheese, the powdered sugar. And now what I'm going to add in here is a little bit of vanilla extract. Okay? If you have any eggnog extract, that's why it's good to put the eggnog in, because that can also be the flavor if you don't have eggnog extract. Well, we're gonna put, ooh, child, we got way too much vanilla. But we're gonna put we're gonna put a little bit of vanilla extract. Hopefully I'm gonna taste it. Hopefully this will be enough. You just wanted to just glaze just the very top of the cake. Alright? Let's see where we're at here. Looks really pretty. We're gonna go in and just make sure all that sugar was well incorporated. And it's a nice flow. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so that is what's gonna go on top of this, all right? All right, you all, so that is the cake, and this is the beautiful cream. We're just gonna let this go just like that. I don't want to pour too much, and I don't have enough to go around.
You got it.
Ooh, it's beautiful. Y'all, I was so like nervous that this oven, but I think it's still gonna be good. That looks so delicious. It really does. Doesn't that look amazing? And then I will go back and catch it and even, honey, put more in there. All right, you all. So this is the pound cake. It is so beautiful and it smells delightful. Let me get a little closer so you guys can see how beautiful this pan did. And this is my first time using this pan and it is amazing. All right, you all. So that is the cake. I wonder if it's splitting a little bit. That is a cake and it looks so delicious. Still beautiful. Okay. So that is the cake flipped out, and then what we're going to do, that's how it looks all the way around. And then what we're going to do is just add the frosting. Okay, stay tuned. All right, you guys, so we're just going to take this. I have some parchment paper, and we're just going to go. Just going to pour, lift it up some. Make sure it's a little thicker. You go by the thickness you want. And then I'm gonna go back in, you guys, and get more of that. It's so pretty. Okay. It's a nice thickness too. And I'm going to repeat because I'm not going to let that frosting go, but I'm going to come back over and repeat, you guys. That looks delicious, right, family?
Oh yeah.
Now we're just going to sprinkle the top. Just a little bit of nutmeg. Sprinkle the top with a little bit of nutmeg, and that is it. Absolutely beautiful. And that is the delicious eggnog pound cake. I'm gonna go in and get that and put it back up, and we're good to go. So thank you so much for tuning into Journey with Char. If this is your first time ever seeing my channel and you like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you also hit the notification bell. Every time I upload a new video, it will alert you, and you all can come and check me out. All right, thank you so much. You all, Merry Christmas in your neck of the woods. Be blessed. May God keep you and protect you and your family, and you all have a lovely Christmas celebration. All right, this is the perfect eggnog cake for Christmas, and even for New Year's. Is perfect for New Year's as well. All right, you all, thank you so much for tuning in. Bon appetit. I'll see you soon. God bless. Bye bye. All right, you all, so my family just could not wait, and they wanted to taste this. Thank God I'm making 3 of these. This is what it looks like. That is a fantastic cake. You must, and I had to try it for you. My family was really like, we want you to make us one. So I'm using 2 different pans, but I want y'all to see the crumb factor. Can y'all see that? The moistness of this cake. Look at that. Oh. That's amazing.